So today the media will be in overdrive trying to dissect what's going to happen to us. And it's quite obvious what's going to happen to us. Things are going to be worse than they were, but they probably have to go down that route in order for us to rise from the ashes, as though it were. I'm going to read you something from my WhatsApp group from Mitch Fierstein, the guy that wrote Planet Ponzi. This is in response to Robert Jenrick, who's written an article in The Telegraph, and thankfully it's in my WhatsApp group. I've just read it. He's basically making a very long laundry list of excuses as to why the Tories lost the election, and obviously the bulk of the blame is dropping at Reform's door. So I've responded to this by saying, I'll read you what I've put. It's incredible to think educated morons like this couldn't read the room better. I think they've got this wrong. They didn't pick up the vibe of the nation. Forget the Tories. If the likes of Andrea Jenkins and other good MPs had taken a leap of faith and gone to Reform, they could have had more seats, not less. So you're all looking at this wrong. It's the Tories that stood in the way of Reform. If you get a new party that's only been going, and well, it's been going a while, but it's only been active this last 4 weeks, and they've come second in 92 constituencies, it's not Reform that stood in the way of the Tories. It's the Tories that haven't accepted the fact they no longer exist. And even whatever state Reform Party is in, and it will need to be sorted out internally to move forward, these politicians should have done a Lee Anderson and took a leap of faith and gone across. They'd have been in the seats. It's not Reform that's took seats away from the Tories. It's the Tories that have taken seats away from Reform, because the two wrapped up in their own importance. They're a legend in their own brew time. Someone else has put, Mev Brown, he's a journalist. You're onto something there with that. We're looking the wrong way. Then Mitch Fierstein, God, I love Mitch. He's quite a good golfer, actually. And the reason he didn't get asked on the BBC anymore is too direct with his answers, and they don't like them. But they're all in his book, Planet Ponzi, and if you read it, it's like a clairvoyance written it 10 years ago. So Mitch says, nice try, because he's American. No matter how much lipstick he slathers on this pig, it will never be a supermodel. Enabled by a dishonest media, the Conservative Party destroyed themselves. Our economy went woke, period, and ignored the will of the people. 5 prime ministers in 6 years. That's not leadership. No amount of blame-shifting propaganda will fix that. Our electoral system is broken, and 14 years of mismanagement have got us here. The Reds versus the Blues psyops is over. It's time for serious change. He gets it, doesn't he? No wonder they used to fly him all over the world in a private jet to advise people on what to do with their money. It's got a good idea what the government's doing with ours. So no, don't be had by this. This is only a quick little video, but what you need to take away from this, 92 seats where Reform came second. That isn't Reform in the way of the Tories. That's the Tories in the way of Reform. But other WhatsApp groups that I'm in aren't quite so insightful. That's my political one with a few Brexiteers in there and MPs, MEPs, journalists, etc. But I have another one which is a bit, Dave calls it a wifey group. He doesn't know why I'm in there. Because they haven't got a clue politically. They're all right on things like, cooking and, picking flowers and stuff like that, but they haven't got a clue what's going on in the world. And someone, June's quite political. Let's ask June. Yes, June's quite political. So they're talking about Joe Bedridden, in the White House. And one of them said she thought he was quite a good guy. She thinks he looks much better in the White House. He's always well turned out. And I said, yeah, well, someone else is dressing him, aren't they? And what do you mean, June? This is true. What do you mean? What do I mean? I said, he shouldn't be in the White House. He should be in one of them little golf carts in Florida in an old people's complex called something like Swing Palms. And he should be on their advert with a nurse, somebody like Nurse Ratchet sat next to him saying, it's time for your medication, Mr. Bedridden. Oh, okay. She hasn't a clue that he's got dementia. How can you not realise that? It was even on the front cover of a real left-wing, was it The Economist? They put a Zimmer frame and a badge from the White House. This is no way to run a country. I mean, Come on. How have you missed that? How can you not see that? Anyway, back to Great Britain. I see it like that. Tell me what you think on the thread. The other thing, if you don't mind, tell me how you watch this on the thread. Do you watch it on your laptop? Do you watch it on your telly? Do you watch it on your iPad, mobile phone? If you can just say, I'm just trying to work out whether or not I should do this I'm doing it on my phone mostly, and whether or not I should use a different device.